A terrific edition of the Emo Nations Cup. First time since 2007 that Team Germany has won this event, although not the first time. Chef Keith is expected shortly, but we'll start with the team. So the floor is open. Questions?
Oh, yeah. The obvious. Can you all talk about the wretched combination out there and just how you had to take that and approach it to get through it?
Talk about 7
yeah, we had a meeting at the Ranchmans and we were talking about that for hours. And it worked out. It was a good plan.
What made it so difficult? Tiffany, can I answer that question?
I think it was a bit short. Well, it's short to me, anyway, when I left in Australia.
Eric, you had some comments on it. I mean,
yeah, I just think there's such thing as a short combination, and there's such thing as too short, that a horse can try to jump it and gets punished by jumping it, and then it's borderline a little too dangerous. And in my opinion, today that combination, the horses that had it down really had it down, and obviously in Tiffany's case, no wrongdoing of her. She did 5 stride coming in, which most people were doing, and the horse jumped in very, very well and just jumped on top of the oxer. So it's no riding error on her part. And yes, it was short, and the horse has to be able to do things like that, but there is a point where it's just too short. And in my opinion, that combination was too short, especially off the 5 stride, which looked like it was the number when we walked it. And then at the end, you saw a lot of riders do 6 stride to make it work, which is fine. But in my opinion, there was too many crashes there and horses, which, you know, it's unlikely Apollo to do something like that, this drastic. But today it did, and you know, it can happen to a course builder.
In overall, in general, did the course walk differently than it rode? You know, beyond or other than the combination?
Daniel jumped double clear. Maybe he can answer that.
Actually, when I walked it, okay, you saw that it was difficult. You saw that the other days already that the horses also on a big ring like that, they jump a little bit different. Especially when we come from Europe, we don't jump over these long poles. So, like my horse also, he came to that ring on Wednesday. He was a little bit spooky and a little bit not sure of himself what he should do. And actually, I'm very proud that he did it today like that. But yeah, about the course. Straight at the beginning, we had a difficult line into the double. The triple combination was really at the end of the course. And in between, very long ways to just, Canda, the bicycle was very big in the middle of the course. So it was for sure difficult, but I expected a few bumpy around.
Did your horse react differently the second time after the first one? You think?
Yes. Yeah, he was a bit scared for sure. I mean, he's never had a crash like that. So when we have to come back. It's the second round. We don't have a choice. We have to go again. So I tried my best. I tried to do the 6 strides and make it a little easier for him. But already then I had to be coming a little slow, and I was trying to encourage him, but he was scared. He's a good horse, so I think that's the normal reaction.
It's very difficult for a horse to overcome such a crash. But in the Nations Cup, you know, she was very brave to attempt to come back. You know, it's one thing. It's you know.
Yeah, I tried to go back again. That didn't work out so well.
But anyway, it can happen. But you know, that's what you have to do as a teammate in the Nations Cup is try your best. But obviously, after a crash like that, Victor was very scared. So the outcome was not a surprise. But you never know, and you hope that it can happen. She was brave enough to do it.
You took quite a tumble. Were you okay after that?
Yeah, I'm a little sore, but I've had worse. So I didn't break my back.
He's okay too.
Yeah, he's fine. It'll work out.
It didn't take our champions long to finally crack a beer. Thanks for doing it.
Cheers. Champions. Good job.
I think, yeah, I still have them. Frogs.
Are you sure?
Maybe just after 7B, they might be on the floor.
When Zonka walked with you with the German team this morning, did you walk together? And aside from the Ranchmans meeting, because I know you would have left early, was that identified as the place on course that you felt would be the most difficult? Because as the scorecard unfolds, really everything came into play. You know, from the first fence with Harry to the Swedish fence with Ian to every fence played a role today, but that line was particularly tough.
Actually, you saw that already when you walked across. Okay, a lot of fences were big, so a fault could happen everywhere. But at the beginning of the course, road actually nice. 1 to 2 was a nice line. To the water, we had a nice line. After the water, we had quite a bit of time. But when you walked across, you saw that the line from the oxide to the double was the most difficult line in the course.
Sorry.
And after that, the course was fine. I know, you know, there was a little bit of trouble at the bicycle jump and then down the final triple to that big ox in the end. But like after the 7AB, was everything kind of cake?
Okay, absolutely not. Especially the bicycle was very big, and for the horses it was a big effort to jump the double. And also for the rider, for the concentration and everything, it was easy to just kick the bicycle down. The next 2 jumps were actually a little bit to recover a little bit, but also the last line and then the right oxide, the last fence, we had also a few faults at the last fence, was also a difficult line.
There was not many falls in the bicycle.
Yeah, I hit it down. Quite hard even. Even actually, my boss looked up when we bought the bicycle a couple of years ago to train it because he had it also down sometimes. So we have it at home and I trained it as well. So I felt quite confident to jump it, but it didn't really help.